factory, they had a very small turbocharger, no intercooler, so when the turbo gets hot, okay, this is Mad Matt from Budget Boosting. In this video we're going to talk about changing the rear main seal. And you can check our other video for removing the clutch and installation of the clutch assembly, which we've already done. But you have to do another step to get to the rear main seal, remove the flywheel. Now I've removed the flywheel bolts and they are very tight. So sometimes you have to take, what I do, one of my tricks, is some vice grips to hold the flywheel still while you're taking a breaker bar to loosen these bolts, because they are very tight and the engine will turn over when you try to take the bolts off. So this little method here, just take enough vice grip on the non-working surface of the flywheel and it'll hit this thing and stop the flywheel so you can take off all your bolts. Now that we got the flywheel off, just kind of work the flywheel off. Alright, I just removed the flywheel and the dust cover. Those two finally came off. Now we're looking at the rear main seal. Now sometimes these are tight and sometimes they're not. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to remove it if they're not held in really tight. Now I got this little chisel here with a little tiny bend to it, or some kind of a little device where you can kind of go into the seal a little bit and work it out. Now that it's come out a little bit, once it comes out a little bit, you can bring it out the rest of the way. Here's the old seal and the new seal. And this is the back of the seal that goes toward the engine. Old, new. And this is the seal that faces you when you pull it out. I was just trying to stick the chisel in this little area here to kind of work it out. What you don't want to ever do is scratch the crank or the mating surface here. So you don't want to scratch any of that. Put a little bit of oil on it, it can't really hurt. Just a teeny bit of oil to make it go in nice and smooth with the crank, because this seal does prevent oil from leaking out of the engine. Now we'll gently put it around the crank. Well, run a little oil around the crank too. A little bit of oil around here to make it slip on nice and easy. Okay. And work the seal on nice and easy around the crank. Once it's around the crank, just kind of work the seal in. Sometimes it can be kind of hard. And a little block of wood usually helps to kind of give it a tap here and there with a little bit of a hammer. Work it a little bit more with the fingers here to see if I can get lucky. I'm going to see that block of wood. Just kind of work the seal in gradually. The best way is to have something just as big around and you press it in ever so gently. So if we have something just as big around as this, it's hard to find a socket this big around, but a can or something the same size as this in diameter, and use that to press it in. But improvise. Got the little back side of this guy here. Gradually work it in a little bit at a time, but not hard. Preferably wood or something that doesn't leave a gouge. We could even use some of the old seal to go around and help press it in, like this. But we need a kind of a bigger hammer to hit it in. Just working the seal in little by little, using the old seal as kind of a driver tool. The wooden block is nice too. Alright, looks like the seal is in. Good and in. Alright, that's how we install a rear main seal. Hope you learned something. If you like us on Facebook, like us on YouTube. Look at our nice new webpage, budgetboosting.com. And we just got our new design on our sticker, Budget Boosting sticker. We'll also show a video on how to put one of those on. And hey, we're selling Budget Booster stickers. Look real good on the front windshield. And hey, it might even add a little power to some of you sticker tuners. It'll add a little power for you. But hey, it looks great. Alright, well thanks for watching. And remember, knowledge is power. Horsepower. What you can do is take a little bit of emery cloth or light sandpaper just to get the scoring off. And that will get the flywheel or the pressure plate good to go for the clutch. Take the clutch out and inspect it. Still looks pretty good. A little bit of glazing on the flywheel, so it's a good idea to go over it with a little bit of sandpaper, a little emery cloth to smooth it out again. And that's about it. Other than that, it looks all right.